Looks mouth-watering, doesn't it? Instant ramen is a tasty, affordable, and time-saving meal. Nothing is more satisfying than a steaming bowl of instant noodles. You can cook it in just a few minutes and enjoy. Instant ramen may be good for your soul, but it's not so great for your body. In today's video, we will be discussing how eating too many instant noodles can lead to serious health problems. Can it cause a stroke? What about high blood pressure? Can it impact your liver? We will be talking about all of these and much more. Get ready for a headache. Are you experiencing more headaches than usual? Maybe you should reconsider what you're eating. Instant ramen has too much salt, which can cause headaches and other health issues. When you eat a lot of salt, the volume of your blood rises, forcing your blood vessels to expand. The stretching and tightening of the blood vessels can trigger headaches and high blood pressure. Salt is not the only part of instant ramen that's linked to headaches. Just like any other processed food, instant noodles have MSG, which can cause headaches and muscular tightness. So if you experience headaches or vision problems after binge eating ramen noodles, it's time to cut back. Eating noodles daily can have harmful effects on your health. Let's see how it can impact your behavior. Eating too much instant ramen can affect the way you act. Of course, it's great for a cozy meal, but did you know it can increase symptoms of ADHD? This is because of the TBHQ preservative. It is used to increase the shelf life of instant ramen. TBHQ has been linked to ADHD. You'll be surprised to know that only 1 to 4 grams of TBHQ can cause sickness, confusion, ringing ears, and puking. It's also been known to cause hyperactivity in children. If you continue to take TBHQ over a long period of time, it may damage your DNA. Did you know that eating noodles daily can stop you from getting the right nutrients? A large bowl of instant ramen can fill you up, but it's not particularly healthy. It offers more than the required calories, along with a ton of fat, but it's lacking in the right nutrients. If you're getting too many empty calories, it's a recipe for disaster. You're vulnerable to so many health problems. Instant ramen is low in fiber and protein, which are both important parts of a balanced diet. While instant noodles may contain tiny quantities of niacin and riboflavin, there are plenty of other food options that offer better nutrition without giving you too much salt and fat. Instant ramen can really mess up your diet. If you're trying to get in shape and improve your diet, you should definitely not be eating instant ramen noodles all the time. If you're only eating instant ramen, you're at a higher risk of having a stroke. Instant ramen is a simple and cheap dinner. Unfortunately, eating too much of it can damage your brain permanently. Sounds harsh, doesn't it? But it's still 100% true. The ingredients that make instant ramen so addictive are heavy in salt, which can increase your risk of stroke. Women who consume instant ramen daily are at an increased risk of heart attack, stroke, and other diseases. A cheat meal once in a while won't harm you. With a little extra effort and preparation, you can make your own nutritious alternative. Just add a few tasty veggies and mix them in the noodles. I know you won't get the same satisfaction as when you cook a square of ramen in a bowl of boiling water, but on the bright side, you're going to avoid chronic health issues. If you're eating a bowl of instant ramen more than twice a week, you're going to feel bloated. As if the calories in your favorite ramen weren't bad enough. Instant ramen can do a whole lot more damage to your health. Eating too much instant ramen can lead to fluid retention and bloating. This is because of the salt. And if you slurp your noodles, you'll be swallowing a lot of air, which will add to that gassy, bloated feeling. If you still want to enjoy an occasional bowl of instant ramen, it's better to mix it in some fiber-rich veggies and complete the meal with a delicious fruit dessert. This will help your body digest the ramen much quicker. Want to know what happens to your digestive tract when you eat instant ramen all the time? Ramen is super hard to digest. In fact, it will completely throw off your digestive system. Instant ramen may look like soothing homemade soup, but it's far from it. Your body has to work much harder to digest instant ramen than it does other foods. Studies determine that on one hand, fresh noodles are digested completely after an hour, or 2 of eating, while instant noodles remain stubbornly undigested for hours. Due to delayed indigestion, the harmful chemicals and preservatives stay in your body for a long time. This only affects your health negatively in the long run. That's not all. If you're always eating instant ramen as a quick dinner, you may develop high blood pressure. While the flavor packet inside your ramen noodles may be the source of all the taste in the noodles, about 100 grams of ramen noodles can contain up to 1,800 mg of sodium. This is about 2/3 of the recommended daily salt consumption. This means by eating a bowl of instant noodles, you're risking an overload of sodium for the day. Unless ramen noodles are the only salty meal you're planning to eat, your body needs a specific amount of salt to function properly, but too much salt can lead to high blood pressure. High blood pressure can increase your risk of serious health problems like heart failure and stroke. To deal with this, you can either leave out the seasoning or make your own homemade sauce to go with it. As if you thought it would get any worse, eating ramen noodles every day can increase your risk of kidney disease. Your habit of eating instant noodles won't do any good for your kidneys. The high salt levels in this meal increase your risk of getting renal disease and kidney stones. Salt rises the amount of calcium discharged in urine, and kidney stones can develop. When this extra calcium binds with oxalate, a naturally occurring component in many fruits and vegetables, cutting back on salt and drinking plenty of water can help protect your kidneys. This will dilute the waste in your body and make it harder for stones to form. If you think you may have kidney stones, try cutting back on ramen noodles, among other things. Scary, right? Eating ramen noodles daily may even increase your chances of developing metabolic syndrome. You'd be surprised to know that women who eat instant ramen daily are more likely to develop metabolic syndrome. This illness includes things like obesity, high cholesterol, high blood sugar, and high blood pressure. All these disorders can increase your risk of heart attack, diabetes, and other serious illnesses. Research states that women who prefer to eat instant ramen twice or more a week have a 68% increased risk of developing metabolic syndrome. If you're a college student, you're also likely to develop this condition. This is because instant ramen is so cheap and affordable to students living away from home. Researchers have also found a link between instant noodles and symptoms of metabolic syndrome. These include elevated plasma, triglyceride levels, diastolic blood pressure, and fasting blood glucose levels. Your liver could also take the blow if you don't stop eating ramen every day. Sadly, instant ramen can cause liver damage. You'll be surprised to know that instant ramen is identified as one of 7 meals to avoid at all costs. This is because of all the unhealthy ingredients. Like preservatives, your liver has to work super hard to break down these unnatural components. When your liver is overworked, it begins to store fat in its own cells, which can harm the organ. And since your liver is so important, you don't want this to happen. Yes, if you're healthy, you can have the occasional bowl of instant ramen and digest it without difficulty. But if you value your liver, you should limit your intake. Now that you know how instant ramen can impact your health, here are some tips to make your occasional noodle bowl healthy. Go for whole grain instant noodles instead. They have better fiber content and promote a feeling of fullness. This helps you avoid overeating since you won't be hungry all the time. You might even lose a bit of weight. Also, have you ever tried low sodium instant noodles? You can get them at your local grocery store. They might help you reduce your daily salt consumption. Like we said earlier, add more veggies to your noodles. Vegetables are your friend. The more vegetables you have in a day, the better your health will be. You'll give yourself a boost in so many great nutrients. Don't let this scare you too much. It's okay to have a bowl of ramen noodles every now and then. It's only when you're having them all the time. Let's keep the conversation going in the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe for more helpful tips and tricks.